Yo, Frost, good to see you. Alright, that's working. Denala, nice job grabbing first this morning. Weird, but alright. Looks like everything is running right now. That's excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right, we got game news today. It's gonna be a good day. I'm really excited. A lot to talk about. Lots to talk about. It's gonna be a good time. Yo, basically, we're good to see you this morning, man. How are you? Hope things are going well for you today. Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great morning. It's a pretty great day to talk about some game news. We're going to jump into several topics today. Namely, where's that July Nintendo Direct? I knew we were going to get an answer after I scheduled and titled the stream and made the thumbnail. But maybe we didn't. Maybe we got what we wanted, but we don't really want what we got in this instance. And we'll jump right into it. But first, we have some other stories. Well, I guess we're not jumping right into it then. I just contradicted myself. It's fine. Welcome to the game news on Wednesday. It's been really fun doing these live. I've enjoyed the kind of, candid way of having to do things. Greetings, Will. Season's greetings. Seasonings greetings. Good to see you this morning. But yeah, let's get to... Let me turn on the sources and we can dive into... let's start with some PlayStation Plus updates. We've got new games for August, PlayStation Plus monthly games. We got Lies of P, DayZ, and My Hero One's Justice 2 going into PlayStation Plus, which is pretty solid. I mean, this Lies of P is awesome from what I understand. And that's the latest update, I believe, on that. Usually they have more. But yeah, so cool update, I guess. All right, let's move on. All right, we got an Xbox July update. I thought this was cool. If you use the Xbox app on PC to play Game Pass games, well, now you'll be able to stream your own games on PC We'll jump into that specifically why I wanted to cover this, but the whole update's pretty cool. But PC gaming update, starting today, Game Pass Ultimate, this was yesterday, by the way. Game Pass Ultimate members will be able to stream over 250 select games that they own beyond the Game Pass catalog with the Xbox PC app, where Xbox Cloud Gaming is supported, including recently added game titles such as Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Mafia Definitive Edition, The Callisto Protocol, and more. With this feature, players can save time, conserve hard drive space, and have greater flexibility in accessing their game library. Even better, this update includes console-only games that previously couldn't be played with the Xbox PC app. Just head to the Cloud Gaming section, and I think it's awesome. The next part of this was cross-device play history and easier access to your cloud-playable console games on PC. So in addition to be able to stream games you own on the Xbox PC app, we're making playing Xbox games easier than ever across the Xbox platform. So if you're an Insider member, you have access to all cloud-playable games in their PC library, including console-only games from the original Xbox through the Series X and S. Games that are either owned or available through Game Pass will all be in one place, so players can choose what and how they play. Also, insiders can now preview their play history across devices, including on console and the Xbox PC app. Displaying recently played games, players can pick up where they left off. Explore these new capabilities on the homepage or on console or on the Xbox PC app by going to my library and jump back into gaming. Then there's stuff about rewards and some other stuff that you might have missed. And then stuff being added to Xbox Play Anywhere, which is a huge deal. Some of this we already knew about, like Final Fantasy 16 being featured there. It launched Play Anywhere, which is super cool. Play Anywhere is a great service from Xbox. And if you guys have not checked it out, it means you can play it on PC, Xbox, cloud, anywhere that you can access your Xbox library. The game will show up natively or streamed. It's not just one or the other. Ram, what's up? Thanks for the feedback there. But yeah, so that's what we have in the Xbox news. Well, I think we have some other stuff coming up. But yeah, let's jump into some other stuff. I really want to get on this Nintendo Direct thing because people are going to laugh. I thought this was awesome. Okay. Mario Paint is on Switch Online on the SNES library. But if you have a Switch 2, you can use mouse mode on your Joy-Con to play Mario Paint. Because if you're familiar with Mario Paint on Super Nintendo, it came with a SNES mouse and mouse mat, which was a plastic mouse mat. Because it was a trackball mouse. It was a ball mouse, old school. You know, we didn't have optical sensors for mice in the 90s. But this is awesome. You can also plug in a USB mouse to your Switch to play it. If you have a Switch 1, you can play it with a USB mouse. One thing I want to do, because I still have my SNES mouse, I would love to get my hands on a Super Nintendo USB adapter to plug in my SNES mouse on my Switch and then play Mario Paint. I just want to do it, but I can't find one that will show up in a reasonable amount of time for me to pay attention long enough to actually do it. So everything's like a month or two out, and by then I will have forgotten that Mario Paint released. But I do want to check it out. I do want to try out mouse mode. I haven't been able to yet with this game, but it's so cool. I loved Mario Paint as a kid. I didn't have it growing up. My cousins did, and we played it a lot. We played with the Music Maker. You draw. We played the Fly Swatter game. Like, the whole thing. I just absolutely love that they released this. It's not one I saw coming, but I guess mouse mode means they could do it. So it's super cool. It just blew my mind. And they also added music from this game to the Nintendo Music app, which is crazy. They're like updating that app a lot faster than I thought they would. All right. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I missed the chat message. But anyway, yeah, it's super cool. If you have NSO, it's just part of that. That's awesome. All right, let's talk about Nintendo eShop maintenance. This was yesterday. eShop maintenance schedule fuels rumors of upcoming Direct. This is on Insider Gaming. Nintendo eShop is scheduled to maintenance on July 30th, 2025, bolstering the rumors of a Nintendo Direct event planned for the end of this month. Players have been eagerly awaiting a Nintendo Direct, hoping to receive some new announcements for the Switch 2 finally. Earlier this month, a reliable source claimed that a Direct event was planned later in July. and the new eShop schedule helps strengthen that rumor. It could arrive on July 30th. Well, it didn't, because today's the 30th, and while we have news of a Direct, there's only one day left in July, so you can imagine when this Nintendo Direct actually is. Spotted by DualShockers, the official Japanese Nintendo website has recently posted the maintenance schedule for the eShop. The next maintenance is scheduled for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, 11 p.m. to Thursday, July 31st, 2025, 12:30 a.m. Pacific Time. The eShop usually goes under maintenance when an event is on the horizon, and as rumors point to a direct event for the end of July, it seems this event could be scheduled for July 30th. Readers should note that this is speculation based on Nintendo's past actions. There's no official confirmation of an upcoming direct event. At the same time, Nate the Hate had speculated that the Nintendo Direct event would be hosted in the last week of July, as they wouldn't want to draw eyes from the Pokemon Presents event in the previous week. Additionally, the Friday of this week, August 1st, will be when Nintendo releases its earnings report. So, yeah, people were getting hyped up about it and excited about Nintendo Direct. We've been talking about it for weeks now. We knew it was going to happen in July, right? We just knew. Donkey Kong came out, the Pokemon Presents came and went. There's got to be a Nintendo Direct, right? Well, where is it? Why haven't they announced anything? I knew they were going to do it this morning. I knew when I made the thumbnail they were going to announce it this morning. And here it is. We have, right in front of us, a partner direct, partner showcase at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Central Time. Yeah. So about that big old direct. We knew it. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't. We got what we wanted. Hey, that July direct is real, but it's a partner showcase. It's a partner showcase. You know, I was watching the feeds this morning, keeping an eye on it, because I knew I was going to add this in last minute. Point still stands, though. The partner showcase means we still don't know when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. I was hoping this direct would be when we get a release date for Metroid Prime 4. We still don't know. And so, that being considered, what is going to be here? It's all, third party. It's join us for a Nintendo Direct partner showcase tomorrow, July 31st at 6 a.m. Pacific Time. Tune in for roughly 25 minutes of info on upcoming Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch games from our publishing partners. And so, there we go. I'm glad it's happening. I guess technically everyone was right, but I don't think this is what everybody wanted. I think we were expecting a full first party direct announcing Nintendo games. There's nothing saying they couldn't announce first party games here and talk about first party stuff, but it's not likely. These partner showcases are usually indie focused, and I know they have their whole indie world thing as well, but we're getting, we'll probably see Silksong here. We'll probably see some of these other smaller third party games. I'm excited. We'll react to it. That's tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. It's 25 minutes, so I'll be live reacting to it, but I don't expect to be surprised here. Give me that RoboCop right now. Yeah, we feel like we've been waiting on that game a while. But welcome in, one. Good to see you. But yeah, so that direct is happening tomorrow. I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I other than Silksong, which is going to be playable. This is concerning. We're a first party launch of your game. See, that's a good point, because we know we're getting Pokemon ZA in October. Oh, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment at the end of the year. Supposedly. I think that's going to be a January/February release. But yeah, where is it? Well, Friday is Nintendo's earnings report thing. They're going to talk about probably July or June Switch 2 sales, Mario Kart World. There's going to be a lot that comes out of that. Yeah, maybe we get something at I doubtful Gamescom is a big announcement playground for them. Maybe Tokyo Game Show. Is that still a thing? Does TGS still exist? I haven't seen anything on it lately, but I know usually Square does some stuff there, and Nintendo could do some stuff there. So, I do feel like maybe things didn't pan out for this direct, but I just want to know, where's Metroid? Like, that's my biggest question. Where's Metroid Prime 4, and why have they been so, like, secretive about the release date here? What are they waiting on? You know, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like the game was supposed to have been out maybe months ago, and they pushed it out for the Switch 2, and maybe they're just trying to find a sweet spot to release it. Maybe it's just a holiday game, you know? So yeah, that's where we are with the Direct. That's where it is. It's tomorrow. It's a partner showcase. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it, but like maybe just to see what we might get. Feel like the date will be shocking for Metroid Prime 4 Halloween. I don't think so. That's too close to Pokemon ZA. I don't think they'll put two big games right next to each other like that. That's the only thing I could think. I think it's a November holiday release game. It needs to come out before the Game Awards, though, so it can be considered. Like, it's like before December or November, whenever the cutoff date is. So it could be in the running in the Game Awards. I think it would do really well. If it doesn't, I mean, oh well, it's the Game Awards. Who cares? But I'd like to see it, have a chance. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Maybe? There we go. All right, Mario Kart World, which I mentioned, has been updated to version 1.2.0. Here's the full patch notes. We're not going to go through all of these. I just thought this patch was really big, and maybe it addresses some of the stuff with the game that I felt is off. I haven't been able to sit and like fully enjoy Mario Kart World. I play it, it's fun. There are parts of it where I'm like, what's going on? Like, something feels weird. I think the cutoff for the Game Awards in November. That makes sense. All right, let's go over some of these though. You can turn off the computer in versus race and single player. That's kind of cool. Isn't that just time attack though? I don't know. Let's see. You can now see the waiting time until the next race or battle starts in online play, wireless play, and LAN play, which I didn't even realize the game still had LAN play. What's up, Brent? Good to see you. Let's see. On the free roam map, when you gather all the P-switches, question mark panels, and peach medallions, the colors of the various numbers will now change, which is actually cool, so you know you got them all. Made the comm weaker in everything other than battle. Actually, this is a welcome change, because Knockout Tour, I feel like the comm is just like a maniac. He's unstoppable. So it's kind of crazy to me that this is a patch note. Made the homing of the boomerang weaker. Decreased probability of getting a triple dash mushroom in the low position whenever the item rules in a race or anything other than frantic. I wonder if the low position is like first, second, third, or I would assume that's what that means. Change it so order of getting question mark block is higher than in the past whenever the item rules in a race or anything other than frantic. Made it so there's a wheel spinning animation if the player presses the A button too early when starting a race while driving. Players will not lose speed even when spinning wheels. I guess to show you that you're just early on the boost start. I don't really know what that's for. Increased frequency of lap type courses appearing in selection when choosing next course in versus race and wireless races. So that's cool. All right, I'm not going through all of these fixed issues, but here's the list. Like, I didn't realize, I'm sorry, this page is small. You guys probably can't even see half of this. But, like, this is a big list of bug fixes. Some of this stuff I didn't know was a problem. Some of this I was like, oh, yeah, I've experienced some of these. But there are so many, and then there's several other issues have been addressed. Like, that's the official patch notes. Hey, we fixed all this definite stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff we also fixed. So I think it might be time to revisit Mario Kart World and jump in and see how the game feels. I'm really hoping it feels better. There's just been, I like it. I really do like it. And I want to like it more. I think the problem is kind of twofold with this game, though. We were so used to Mario Kart 8 because we had it for so long that anything that came out like feeling different or performing differently was going to feel weird. But then the amount of new things they threw at us are also weird. Right, so it's like the grinding and wall riding, the jump dash thing you can do, like all of that is just like I don't know what I'm doing. Plus the way that courses work is totally different. So that's kind of odd too, right? Like everything about Mario Kart World is different except that it's Mario Kart. Like it is recognizable. It's just I've had a hard time just adjusting to the game. Last one is a big one. Players mad they made random pick a course with the intermission laps. Yes, I'm glad that they have limited that. The 3 laps options need to be like the big focus of online races, especially when it's random choice. I like the way it works, but that's one of my biggest things, and I think it being core to the game means it'll never actually be addressed. But I've never really liked the fact that you'll go from one course to another. That's a cool feature. I absolutely think that's awesome. But then you only get like 1 lap on the new course because getting to the course is 2/3 of the race. And so I'm like, well, what did we do? We didn't like get to experience it, you know? So I'd like to see maybe the lap spacing adjusted. I don't know how they could do that. Maybe add a 4th lap to some of these. It would really be up to them to figure that out. But hey, major patch for Mario Kart. I'm gonna check it out. We'll see how it feels. But yeah, super cool to see. All right, let's move on. All right, I thought this was weird. There's a Switch McDonald's fry con grip. It's weird. I don't know what they're calling it. Game Fries. Game Fries is a Switch 2 accessory you can 3D print for free right now. So it holds a box of McDonald's fries. We don't need to read the article. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not a fan of this. Why would I put my $90 Joy-Con 2s next to McDonald's fries in any way, shape, or form? Like this is like weirdly gross. I don't like getting food near my consoles. I don't even really snack while I'm playing games, on or off stream. I'm not a big fan. I don't like greasy controllers. You know, it's weird. But hey, somebody 3D printed it. I saw it making the rounds. I figured it'd be kind of cool and funny to feature here. But it is very funny. But rip to everyone who actually prints this and puts fries in there too close to their Joy-Cons. That's stupid. Don't do it. It costs too much money. You'll get salt in your analog sticks. Anyway. Alright, let's talk about... See, I knew we had more Xbox news to talk about. Let's talk about the ROG Xbox Ally pre-orders. They're to begin August 20th, and European prices leak ahead of the official reveal. So, this was yesterday. Highly anticipated ROG Ally handheld console, ROG Xbox Ally, that's the worst name ever, from ASUS are set to become available for pre-order beginning August 20th, 2025, according to newly leaked information. Development follows several earlier reports suggesting a launch window sometime during the second half of the year, but this is the first time a specific date has been pinpointed. But let's get to the price. Latest details come from Deal Labs in collaboration with the well-known leaker Bill Kuhn. I don't know how to read. Y'all got weird names. Together, they confirmed not only the pre-order date, but also the European pricing for both models. The standard ROG Xbox Ally will detail for €599, with the more advanced Xbox Ally X will be priced at €899. Figures match earlier leaks that surfaced via insider Ecstasis and a now removed listing from an authorized ASUS retailer in Spain. According to the report, the pre-order announcement is expected to coincide with Xbox's scheduled live broadcast on August 20th at 3 p.m. French time. The segment will reportedly highlight the ROG Xbox Ally line, making it a strategic opportunity for both companies to announce availability and confirm launch specifics. As a heavy Steam Deck user, I'm against this. Are you against the ROG Ally specifically, or just the pricing and the fact that it exists at all? That's what I want to know, Dan. Also, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I don't know. What is the conversion from euros to dollary dues? What is 600 euros in USD? The overall sell, it's still limited. Is it limited? The things on offer, I mean, it's gonna run. Yeah, we use pounds. Well, okay, give it to me in pounds. Give me €5.99 in British pounds. I'm just curious. And I don't know. I guess I could do it myself here. All right, doing this in USD, $687.28 as of right now. That could change in August. Exchange rate is dollar. Yeah, £1 to $1.3. So, I mean, that's about what I expect. They'll probably push this up. This will be $699 US and what, 1,000 US for the Ally X. I'm looking forward to this lightweight Windows that this thing is supposed to be running. I don't really care about the hardware. I just want to know what the software is doing, and if the software could be put on my PC. Like, have a separate Windows installation with this pared down version of Windows strictly for running games. Because if I can do that, that's going to be awesome. That's what I want to know. I feel like there would be nothing stopping me from doing it except some artificial limitation with like hardware IDs or something. But yeah, we'll get more information during Gamescom. I'm excited to see this. This is a leak, so this could change. I mean, there's stuff that could change at any moment. But exciting to see nonetheless. I'm very interested in the software on offer and what the release date actually is, which with the pre-orders being August 20th, I'd imagine a September release date. Maybe October. Who knows? What I can recall, the ROG expects you to stream everything. No, this will be running games natively. This is not... So, the ROG Ally and then this Xbox version will run... the chipset is pretty decent. The Xbox version is using an even newer chipset than the existing ROG Ally line. So you won't be streaming. You can stream from it. The Logitech G Cloud is the one that expects you to stream absolutely everything. It is strictly a streamer item, which is still more functional than the current PlayStation Portal. Really wondering what Sony plans on doing in regards to a handheld, because the rumors are they're going to launch a PS5 line that is a handheld. It's a new SKU, new item for Sony that will run. It'd be a low powered think like a PS5 Series S in terms of power, from what I can tell, which is not a bad thing. I think that makes the most sense. But this right here is just going to run things natively. Now pared down, obviously, whatever the power and battery life is, it still remains to be seen in person. But I would like to get my hands on one of these. I think this one or the Steam Deck are probably the best choices. I like the Lenovo Legion. The one with is that the one with the detachable? It's got its own like Joy-Cons. That one's kind of cool. That one seems like one of the better options. But I'm curious how this integrates with Xbox and excuse me, how well all that's gonna like branch out. But anyway, interesting to know. Prices could change, but hey, that's about what I was expecting. So, it's expensive, but it's not unheard of. All right, let's move on. All right, hey, we got some good news from EA. This comes from Insider Gaming's Mike Straw. EA isn't raising prices on its games, including Battlefield 6. Guys, do you remember when EA was rated the worst company in America, ahead of like Monsanto and all those other seed producers that have copyright and like patents on seeds? Anyway, that's a different stream. That's not this stream. This is game news. With Battlefield 6's multiplayer reveal happening this week, along with likely details on when pre-orders will open, fans have been wondering what the price of the game will be. While many expect there to be a higher priced Phantom Edition, there's been no confirmation of the standard edition pricing. That said, it looks as though EA will be sticking with the $70 base price for Battlefield 6 when it launches. During the company's latest earnings call on Tuesday, CEO Andrew Wilson was asked about game prices jumping up to $80 at its competitors. Wilson then said the company isn't looking at making any changes on pricing at this stage. That's in the construct of, we already offer a fairly broad pricing scheme across our various products, Wilson said. When you think about everything from free to play through to our premium products and deluxe editions, our orientation is always to capture the full spectrum of pricing so that we can serve players in the best way possible and offer them the greatest value. He goes on to say, we'll continue to look at opportunities to deliver great value to our players through various pricing schemes over the course of time, but no dramatic changes planned yet. Oh, he added a yet. That's not good. Next stream, agricultural patenting news? No, thanks. We're not doing that, Denali. That sounds boring. But yeah, so unusually good guy EA not releasing Battlefield 6 at $80. I mean, they could. No one's stopping them, except maybe the reaction to Microsoft, their increase. You know, hopefully gamers would just not buy, or there'd be such a reduced amount in sales it would eventually go back down. I think that's what's going to happen over time. But yeah, the $70 price point is like, I think, the limit. I think that's the limit a lot of us are willing to pay for games. $80 is a lot. And I have Mario Kart World, but I only got it because it came with the Switch, so I only paid $50 for it when you look at how they priced all of that. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's just weird to see EA not just jumping on that $80 price point as fast as maybe they would have in the past. All right. Xbox is releasing 2 unannounced cross-platform titles in 2026. This came out the other day, and I missed it. But LinkedIn strikes again. LinkedIn job description has revealed that Xbox is releasing 2 unannounced cross-platform titles in 2026. Xbox has chosen a multi-platform strategy for its upcoming and existing games, with several titles already available on PS5 and more on the way. Players have been eager to know which other Xbox franchises will now be available on different platforms, as games like Forza Horizon 5 made their way to PS5. According to the latest developments, we can expect at least 2 more cross-platform games to be released next year. Let's see. Spotted by The Gamer, the confirmation about the upcoming cross-platform games comes from LinkedIn, the LinkedIn profile of a senior game producer at Xbox Game Studios, Aisha Brown. I don't know if that... Okay. In the experience section, Brown has stated that one of their key contributions, including leading development pipelines for 2 unannounced cross-platform titles set for release in 2026. No other details were revealed. It's difficult to determine which 2 cross-platform games Xbox Game Studios plans to release next year. We'll have to wait for an official announcement. A report from a couple of days ago claimed that State of Decay 3 and Gears of War E-Day are set to launch on PS5. However, no official confirmation has been received for these 2 titles either. So yeah, we don't know. We can speculate, but we have no idea. This shouldn't surprise anybody. They're going to keep going the multi-platform route because they're dominating the sales charts on PlayStation. Just across the board, Microsoft is doing well on PlayStation. So I feel like Gears E-Day is a shoe-in. Maybe not day and date, but it could be. The game's still in development. There's no reason they couldn't just allocate resources to the PlayStation version. Why wouldn't it be? And then I could see, maybe State of Decay, maybe the next Halo title, maybe Master Chief Collection is coming. We don't. The fact that it's unannounced leads me to believe it's either State of Decay or Halo. If the projects are completely unannounced, cross-platform, the next Halo is technically unannounced. We know there's something coming. It could hit PS5 day and date. We could get some totally surprising launches. It really could be anything. Realistically, first-party stuff, or formerly first-party stuff from Microsoft. Microsoft Game Studios is in a good spot to put pretty much anything on PlayStation, and it becomes a money-printing machine for them. So, I'm excited to see what it is. I don't know if we'll see it at Gamescom. We might. There are some surprise announcements, I believe. They've admitted as much. So we'll find out. Hopefully it's good. All right, let's move on. Okay, another one from Insider Gaming. I meant to talk about this sooner, but this is a good time as any. Sony files a lawsuit against Tencent for allegedly copying their Horizon series. Sony filed a new lawsuit against Tencent, alleging that their upcoming title, Light of Motoram? I don't know. Light of Motoram has ripped off elements from PlayStation's Horizon series of games. Tencent unveiled its upcoming PC title late last year, and many players immediately had something to say about it. As soon as the title was unveiled, it started being ripped apart on social media for being a blatant copy of Horizon Zero Dawn. Sony suing Tencent for copyright and trademark infringement. According to a report by Reuters, Sony Interactive has filed a case against Tencent for copyright and trademark infringement in a California federal court. In this case, Sony has alleged that Tencent has created a slavish clone with Light of Mutaram, I don't know how to say the name, which copies several distinctive elements from PlayStation's Horizon series. In the complaint, Sony also revealed that Tencent had approached them to collaborate on a new Horizon game last year, and this offer was ultimately rejected. Following the rejection, Tencent announced this game, which borrows elements from the Horizon series, including gameplay, story themes, and artistic elements, among others. The report reveals that Sony is seeking an undisclosed amount in monetary damages, along with an order that blocks Tencent from violating its intellectual property rights. Alright, they didn't include any pictures, so I feel it's a disservice to not drop those in, or at least look at them. Well, let's look it up. Moderum. No, that's not what I want. I guess the website would be as good a place as any. I just want to see some screenshots. This website is goofy. We don't need music. All right, here we go. Let's look. Okay. I mean, it's a robot gorilla. It's not a dinosaur. But, okay. What do we got? Okay, that looks very Horizon Zero Dawn-ish. That definitely feels like Horizon Zero Dawn. You know, let's see, features. Open world. Well, that gives me Horizon Zero Dawn vibes. That guy does too. The people, oh my gosh, like look at this design. Yeah, they pitched something that Sony was like, nah, you don't do that. And they were like, well, we're going to do it anyway. Boundless crafting. So they made Ark Survival, but Horizon. Oh my gosh. This feels like Horizon Zero Dawn met the Power Rangers. That's the vibes I get from this screenshot. And they call them mech animals. But this is weird. I don't know. I'd play it. I'd check it out. But yeah, I see Sony's point. I don't know about damages since the game hasn't even come out yet. You know, so there is that. Co-op, kind of cool. Yeah, giving big Horizon vibes. So yeah, I get it. I see where Sony's coming from. Is the lawsuit coming from the same place as Nintendo suing Pal World? Is a lot of the discussion I've seen online around this. Yeah, IP, you know, companies are duty bound to protect their IP from people just trying to rip them off. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Sony's actions. I don't know about damages. Maybe cease and desist. Maybe they stop, you know, producing. Maybe they stop the release of this game, or the game needs to rework its visuals or something. I don't know what they could do reasonably. I'm not a legal expert. I have no idea how the law actually works or how to interpret it. I just know that the game's not out yet, so suing for damages seems a little weird, because how do you damage an IP and you don't even have a product out? You've just put out pictures. That's like fan art, you know? I could see that it loosely interpreted as fan art. So that's weird. It looks interesting. It looks fine. I'd check it out. I like Horizon Zero Dawn, so I would check out this game as another option. All right, and I think that's our last story for the day. The next WB Games Montreal project is a live service DC Comics game, according to a job listing. Is it on LinkedIn? Because I say LinkedIn strikes again. But let's see. No, just WB Games Montreal is looking to hire an executive producer for an unknown AAA game. Job listing confirms that this game is based on an iconic Warner Brothers and DC Comics property. You think they would have learned after Suicide Squad kills the Justice League that maybe a live service project isn't the way to go. Maybe just a hero action game. You know, it doesn't have to be a live service game to be good. But the highlights here, they found a job listing. Warner Brothers continues to pursue the live service path despite recent failures. It's unlikely the game will be based on Batman, as Rocksteady is moving forward with its own Batman game. You know, could be Justice League, could be one specific property. Like, that's where this is like really, it doesn't tell us anything, because an iconic Warner Brothers and DC Comics property could mean lots of things. Could mean lots of different things. But if it's a live service, I would assume there's a multiplayer element, so it's probably a Justice League something or other. Tying into the popularity of the new Superman movie would be smart. What does that look like? I don't know. It just amazes me. This is a small story. There's not much to say here. It's just Suicide Squad was a huge bomb for them, and to see them still pursuing the live service route at WB Games is weird. But I guess that's how business works. When you want something done, you just keep trying. I don't know. I don't know what their plans are here. It's weird. But that's the game news today, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I had a good time. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, do all the things. If you're watching on Rumble, do the same thing, except hit follow instead of subscribe. Unless you want to subscribe, you can do that. Any other platform that supports follows, likes, or whatever, hit the buttons. Click all the buttons. Do the things. You can click the close button. That would be fine too. I understand if you do. But anyway, yeah, that's where I'll leave it today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope y'all had a good time. We talked about the Nintendo Direct, and yeah, I'll be live tomorrow morning. I can't hang out too long afterwards, but I'll kick it off as soon as I can. We'll watch it happen live. Whatever the partner showcase is, we'll watch it, and it'll be fun. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I'm done. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for some. We'll start off with a Nintendo Direct, and then we'll play DK Bonanza that evening. So we got a double header tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. God bless. Thank you for being here, Denali. And y'all have a great day. See ya. Frost, thanks for being here, bro. Later. Hydrate. Okay. I got you. Delicious water. Short stream, right? Tricky. All the morning streams are short streams.